maybe one day I'll buy a house for my mother. Up on the mountain, awesome. Helipad so I can visit often. Send my dad golfing off with Steve Austin. Stone cold focused. Cause I'm looking for my way to the top. I've been working all day, working all night. Some people telling me to just stop, but I can't leave my family hungry, sleeping at night. There's no way, no. There's no way. There's no way, no. There's no way for me to come home. It's been a minute now, milking every opportunity. I should get a cow, never seen an obstacle that I couldn't get around. But I'm not from royalty, so I didn't get a crown. These thoughts were written down for those who sit and frown. Complain every day about the blessings they were given. How do you suppose those bros in Africa are living now? Maybe you could see the light if I could shift the clouds. So I'll try, but man, look how time flies. This year came and went like drive-bys. Mama still says she's surprised by my size, but this cat survives, still got my 9 lives. So what did you want to do? Go home.
Testing. Can you hear me?
Cause you wanted to. I'd rather be out in Bombay, but I ain't mad at you. I'm not at home to stay. I'm just passing through. There's things I have to do. Cause I'm looking for my way to the top. I've been working all day, working all night. Some people telling me to just stop, but I can't leave my family hungry, sleeping at night. There's no way, no. There's no way. There's no way, no. There's no way for me to come home. I've been in the office, they asking me where I'm off. I'm thinking that I fell off. It's a bad decision to start off with. If I don't call back,
great.
Don't be mad at me.
And
the
you
family
said you
is
can
really
hear me
someone
good,
that I'd
everything's
rather
good on
be.
that side.
I've been on the road for just too long.
Okay.
Hoping that I'll come soon. No. When that'll be, man,
awesome.
Who knows? Guarantee y'all have something to show. Most of y'all complacent, none of y'all got patience. I know that for a fact, cause I'm part of that
I like
equation.
the
Learn from the school of life, and this is
space here.
orientation. Nothing could prepare me for what I recently been facing. Some say that gravity is too strong, but when you love, you really can't do wrong. So
I like,
I'm sorry, I can't move on.
I really like the big screen with the website on it.
Hey, cause I'm looking for my way to the top. I've been working all day, working all
176 too, Maddox must be
people
going
telling
up.
me to
The market
stop,
cap.
but I can't leave my family hungry, sleeping at night. There's no way, no. There's no way.
I mean, when like
There's
Maddox
no
was
way,
$1.20, it was at like over 500K.
There's no way for me to come
What's up and
home.
down, you know?
Cause I'm
Part of
looking
the
for
fun.
my way to the top. I've been working all day, working all night. Some people telling me to just stop, but I can't leave my family hungry, sleeping at night. There's no way, no. There's no way. There's no way.
So people can hear me right now?
There's no way for me to come home.
That's all good. I'm getting in the zone myself. Oh yeah. Let me see. Okay. Awesome. Sounds good.
How is everybody doing today? Happy June 21st. You know what it is, this Creator Wednesday. On Wednesdays, we highlight the most talented builders in Web3, the people who are going against the grain and are ready to challenge societal norms, industry norms. They're wanting to change or solve a problem. And I had the pleasure of meeting a talented entrepreneur, visionary creator. His name's Ashton. He is also the CEO of Signed.Trade and a Coca-Cola can. It's great to have you here, Ashton.
Thank you. It's great to be a Coca-Cola can.
Do you, I would love for you to, hey, we got Unchained Ninja here. We got some other people stopping through. Appreciate everybody for coming through into the audience. If you want to be here with us in the studio, just Legacy on Earth. It's oncyber.io/Legacy on Earth. And you can come here and meet this pioneering CEO. I would love for you to introduce yourself, Ashton. Tell people about yourself, and no doubt people are going to see why the greatness I saw in you.
Yeah, my name's Ashton. I am a young entrepreneur from New Orleans, Louisiana. Music's been my whole life since forever, pretty much. I grew up in it, and I've always just been into music, especially underground music, underground rap. And that's kind of why I started this whole entire platform. But I guess I can jump more into that later. But I'm currently living in LA. That's how I met Kevin, and it's been really cool. Yeah.
Let's go. We honestly, I feel like it was just destiny that we're gonna cross paths eventually. I'm glad that we got to in person. And now we're connecting here in the metaverse. I told you about this space. What do you this is your first time here, right?
Yeah, no, it looks amazing. This is a great space.
Let's go.
I think you showed me a little bit of it when we met up, but this is I didn't see this in depth.
Right?
Very, very nice.
One of my favorite ways to explore, if you press X on your keyboard,
Yeah.
It'll unlock your camera to be in a sort of drone mode so you
Oh,
can
wow.
fly around.
That's cool.
It is
Wow.
definitely, you can do a lot with content creation, video creation. We could shoot a whole ad for Signed.Trade right here in the metaverse here.
Yeah, I gotta get some of the rappers out here.
Sheesh, we already know we gotta throw something down. Tell them about that. So you come from the hip hop space. You're very connected to hip hop music. Does that come from like your upbringing? And you said in New Orleans, right?
Yeah, I definitely think that has it's definitely part of the reason. I mean, we've New Orleans has a lot of famous, especially like 2000s rappers. Like Lil Wayne, Birdman, all of that. And I grew up listening to all that, and then I just kept, you know, I was always the kid in high school who was trying to find the next up and coming musician. I'd always want to be the one who brags about knowing somebody before everyone else.
Let's
And
go.
I was so I've watched so many underground musicians blow up that I was like, I wish that there was a way I could have financially invested into them and have a stake into them. And it makes no sense that there really isn't a way to do that. Only labels really have the power to do that
Love
on like a
that.
large scale. So
Totally.
that's why I started to get into creating Signed, because there's so many independent musicians out there. I mean, the independent sector in the music industry just continues to grow,
Mm-hmm.
but there's limited avenues for people to actually invest into these musicians if you think that they have a shot, or you want to, you really believe in them, you want to invest in them directly.
100%.
So I began working on this, and it took me about 3 years, but it's we went live last year, and I got this platform out. It's
So
something that I really made for myself, and it's been working because
so you made it
I,
for yourself. You wanted to invest in them. You always had a knack for seeing the, great talent that was on the rise. This platform you built, you use Web3 technology to allow you to invest in these artists. So I see that they have market caps next to them. So are people investing? Like, tell me a bit about how these artists are able to share their music on here and allow you to invest in
right,
them.
right. So we are a music distributor, merchandise producer, and we're gonna soon start getting into producing cassettes and vinyls. But so what we do is, mainly our main bread and butter is we distribute music to all platforms. So this means getting music onto stores like Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, whatever. All of these stores, we get it out on there. Um, we then collect the royalties that this music earns on these stores, as well as BMI royalties, which can account for radio and such. And we distribute this back to stakers of each musician's token. So every single time royalties pay out in USD, we convert it from USD to Matic, and we have it go through our custom built royalty pump smart contract. And what this contract does is it adds 50% of the Matic to the liquidity pool, 49% goes to the stakers of each musician in token rewards, and 1% goes back to the signed ETF, our investors. So essentially, every single time royalties pay out, the share price and market cap goes up from added liquidity, and all investors are paid in token rewards from that royalty pump contract split.
Damn. So not only
So
are they
yeah,
getting cash in their pocket, but also the cash that they've invested into the artist has the potential to gain value as well.
exactly. And so you're essentially letting the royalties DCA Matic for you. So if you invest in a musician, and you're also bullish on Matic, this is a great platform for you. You
Wow.
buy a token in a musician, stake it. You're letting them buy more Matic for you on a monthly basis. And if they blow up, they're buying more and more Matic from the royalties. So it's an even better and better,
That is awesome.
hedging.
Absolutely. I love Matic. You already know my token on for my community called Aurum is on the Matic network. So I'm a huge Matic fan. I definitely hold some Matic here, and it's just about it's my bread and butter right there. So it's awesome to see an ecosystem like this. So now I've heard of platforms like Royal that kind of prevent artists like myself from dropping something on there. Like I can't go and drop something on Royal. So would I be able to drop something here?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so our main competitive advantages against platforms like Royal is we are built to scale. We are not built to be exclusive. I think the whole idea behind that is a little like, what's the point if it's exclusive? You're just basically a label again. It's like, this
Mm-hmm.
is the whole reason I built this was to make an open, free market for any musician to get investment and investors if they have music they're ready to distribute, and they have investors who are ready to put their money into them, you know?
Totally.
So we are free for most musicians, 1,000 monthly listeners and up. And if you don't have that, it's only $25 to get started. So it's very low cost. And that comes with unlimited music distribution, token creation, and depending on if you get enough listeners, we'll start collecting on BMI royalties too. But I mean, if you look at other competitors in the distribution space, like a DistroKid or something, it's $20 a year, and all they do is just give you unlimited music distribution. With us,
they definitely
$25.
Yeah, like
you get unlimited music distribution, and you get token creation, and you get listing on this marketplace. So instead of like royalties just sitting in your DistroKid account or Master's account or whatever you use to distribute, you're letting those royalties you make every month work for you and appreciate into more value by buying Matic for you as the artist, and also allowing other people to invest into you. It makes more sense to have your royalties sit on a market like this than to have them just sit in your bank not doing anything.
I love that idea. I mean, and I love the idea of being able to give, you know, the upside value of your artistry to your community. Like, just so much is possible here. And when you start to think about combining a tool like this with other tools, so for instance, imagine you did so you don't have to do your whole catalog, as I understand. You can just do one song
and you can continue to back it with whatever you want, unlimited music distribution through us. So you could do one song, you could do 50% of one song, you could do everything you ever want to upload, you could do it through us. You know, so you don't want to pay for streaming, you can do it through us, and you get to pick your splits. So let's say you want to do 50% cash to you, 10% to a producer, 40% to the token. You can do that. We're very, very lenient. We let you do whatever you want. It's up to the musician. There's no restrictions. Like
you're just empowering them.
It's built for them. You know,
Absolutely.
It's not built for us. And trading fees and such. So
I freaking love that. This is exciting. You know, just in the meantime, since we're here, is there any particular musician that's doing well that I can play? Maybe I'll play one of their songs here. People can get an idea of like what kind of music is on the platform. That might help people imagine.
100%. Joey, Joeyy. This guy is going to be a huge star. He's already on the way. And right now his market cap is extremely low. It's extremely undervalued considering the catalog that's backing that token. I mean, he was at 180K and 150K various points in time over the past 2 years. So you're looking to buy a low dip. That one is fucking.
Absolutely.
That's one that is really undervalued. But so yeah, I would definitely say Joeyy is for sure the top prospect that we've got on the platform right now.
I'm gonna run one of his songs right now. Let's have a little impromptu dance party. People, if you're at home and you're chilling, you're watching, get up out of your seat. I know you've been sitting down most of the day, and if you're here with your avatar, you can press 1 through 9, and you can go ahead and do a little dance moves. So, Ashton, any number 1 through exactly. Let's frickin' go.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells. This song is sponsored by the Shadow Government.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Nuke Radio.
That's right, Unchained Ninja. We pretty much got a music video shoot going on right now.
Warning, nuking is now legal worldwide.
I walk into Balenci, make them wipe me down. Oil filter on the Glock, you won't hear a sound. I walk into Balenci, make them wipe me down. Oil filter on the Glock, you won't hear a sound. I walk into Balenci, make them wipe me down. Oil filter on the Glock, you won't hear a sound.
I gotta get my head out of
You're heavyweight, we can go pound for pound. I'm in Harrods out in London, spend pound after pound. If I need a drink, then my man's gon' ask around. These are my jealous sneakers, I'm not wearing down. I'm starting a prayer, cause the devil's trying to bring me down. Italian leather sneakers, I could've just bought a cow.
Holy shit.
wondering how. Balenciaga defenders look like I got the gout. I'm sipping cup after cup till my stomach's poking out. I need my pockets, I'm retarded, you can keep the clout. If I spend my whole bankroll, I'll affect the doubt.
Let's
I'm
go.
in the car with many drugs, trying to duck the south. I'll repent for every sin before my luck runs out. I got one of every pill inside a little pouch.
Nukes are now legal.
Let's
Yeah, that sounds
go.
fire.
Let's freaking go. There's no wonder why Joey's killing it right now on Signed.Trade.
Italian leather sneakers. I could have bought a cow. I love that word.
Does he have like a Twitter?
Yeah, at let me see. I think it's at JX. At JXXYY.
Awesome.
So go follow him.
Yes, I'm dropping his link in chat right here. The Signed.Trade is the, so I'm gonna post it in. I've also posted it in my Twitter, but I'm gonna post it right here. It's Signed.Trade. Definitely worth taking a look. You're definitely gonna want to check that out. It is a great platform for you to build your creative economy with. And you already know Ashton. Ashton's gonna be hanging out with us and chilling, and we're definitely gonna continue to build together. This was one of the first things we could do to sort of support one another. I want to help people know about what he's doing. I want to start connecting some of my artists to this opportunity that I'm working with. So like, I see a great opportunity here for artists to drop and experiment and open up opportunities to, to their following to see the upside of their growth. I'm going to drop a link for Joey here in Twitch as well. Any questions? By the way, does anyone have any questions for Ashton while you're here? Anything that you're trying to learn? Anything you want to better understand? Maybe there's something that you're trying to do with an artist that you want to ask him if it's possible. Now's a great time. Jabari in chat says, I have an artist that would be great on this platform. Amazing. I definitely think that this is something I want to drop with. I will say just off the top, I think your community is going to get the most out of this if you have some royalty, some streaming, some numbers going in, consider this as an entry point to the adventure that you're bringing your audience on. And the more authentic that you can use a platform like this to invite them on that, the more successful you're going to be. So, if, for instance, if I'm number one, I already talked to Ashton and he said he's willing to look past my numbers and give me a shot on Sign.Trade. I will say, y'all know my numbers, my streaming numbers aren't super high, but that doesn't mean that I still don't want to I still believe in myself. Sure, one day I'm going to have millions of followers and they're all going to discover my music. This is actually truth. I told Ashton this, and this is no cap. I'm going to turn on my camera so y'all know I ain't lying. Pink Bambi knows it's true. Yesterday, I rapped one of my songs to Woody Harrelson. Let's freaking go. Woody Harrelson, if you're watching right now, shout out. He was one of the coolest guys I've met. Super kind, super supportive. If you don't know who I'm talking about, here's a picture of him. He's a very successful artist, been in Zombieland, Champions, Hunger Games. And I met him yesterday, told him about what we're doing, and he asked me to link by with him today. So I'm going to go link by with him later today. And you never know. Me and Woody might link up and we might decide to make a movie. And then all of a sudden, lo and behold, my royalties, go through the roof. My streaming goes through the roof. Who's going to see the upside on that? I think if I should drop a token on Sign.Trade ASAP so that, when me and Woody start doing something that, all my community members can see the upside from that.
Oh yeah, definitely need to get into the Kevin pre-sale as soon as possible.
Let's go. We're going to make this happen. And I can't wait to link up more. And this is going to be a recorded stream. I'm definitely going to be posting this afterwards. I don't post all my streams. This is one I'm definitely going to post. Was there anything, Ashton, that you wanted to cover, you want to talk about, share people about before we sign off?
Yeah, so if you like what we got going on here and you think it's all very interesting, you see a future for this market, and you want to own a direct share in the entirety of it, you can go ahead and purchase the Sign token and stake that. What happens when you stake 5,000 X Sign? As you enter our ETF rewards program, what this does is you get paid directly in your MetaMask wallet. You can claim all of the musician tokens on our market. This comes from tax fees accrued on the market. We take 10% of the total supply of all musician tokens on the market and pay this out to ETF reward holders. And
so it's like the Bitcoin of your platform. It's like the it's like if you had Ethereum. The better example is like if you had Ethereum. This is like the Ethereum of your platform. If they want to take part in the growth of the entire network, this signed token would be the one for them to get.
Exactly. And if you don't want to invest in just one musician, you don't want to choose which one you think will blow up, you can own a direct share in all of them by owning the sign token. So the sign token is the way to literally invest into the entirety of the growth of the platform over time and all the musicians simultaneously. Amazing. If you don't want to just bet on one of them, you bet on the entire market and all the musicians by investing into the sign token.
Amazing. Well, I'm looking forward to listening to music with a new ear. Imagine people who, you can now go on Signed.Trade and have the experience of listening to music with a new ear. Like you can enjoy it, but also you can think to yourself, is this music that I think is going to one day blow up? Is this really is this an artist who I believe is so good? I want to invest in their success and I want to see upside from that success. Do your own research, not financial advice. But for me as a creator, I feel like, and as an investor, it's always good to invest in what you know. And if you're somebody who has good taste in music and you're able to pick out, who really is making authentically, culturally driven and catalyzing art, then, here's your opportunity to enter and see that skill pay off.
Yeah. So have the smart contracts been audited? There are forks of smart contracts that have been audited, but these have not been all audited. But if you want to look into the ERC Elite token that was first launched on BNB, this is what they're forked off of. They're Elite ERC Elites. The major difference between the Elite and other regular tokens is that the fee splitters can be altered over time as we learn and decide to change new things. So we don't have to stick to one thing if
amazing
we need to change.
Maybe this is something you could because we do like a day, one of our scheduled streams. So we stream every day, and one of the scheduled streams is a learning session on Tuesday. And then maybe not this Tuesday, but one of these Tuesdays, maybe you can help teach us a bit more about that, and the differentiations and how different Web3 companies are approaching solving this problem around royalty distribution. What kind of token standards exist. I think, we've had an intro here. I definitely think that people want to see you come on again, and you can teach us more about that side, because I think, with your expertise, a lot of us can learn and, see more value even out of the Signed.Trade platform.
Definitely. And something you were talking about, I'd just like to follow up on real quick, is like the new approach. I mean, as a fan, this is the dream, right? You get to listen to the music that you already like to listen to. And you also now get to be paid for listening to it if you're a staker in that musician's token. Now you also get paid to market that musician and the music too if you're a staker. So it's like anyone can be essentially like a small manager kind of the musician now if you own a stake in that musician's token. Right. Because you are now directly financially getting paid from that musician's numbers going up. So you want to share the musicians. You become a marketer for the musician almost, because you have the same financial interests. So
imagine if you were like really good at art or content creation, and you're like, hey, I can make a lot of money on art as an upside, but companies are hiring me to do this, but I can do this I can make any artist that I believe in successful with my content. You could go in here, pick one of these artists that you really love, and say, yeah, this guy's really good, he's perfect. And then you start making content and you do your best to blow him up on your own completely independently. While his share price goes up, you see the upside of that without ever even having to even engage with that artist. You have ways of directly collaborating and seeing value from their growth as artists. Like, that is amazing that you did that, man. Thank you for this platform. Thank you for this tool. I want to hear, I'm definitely going to get involved with this. So I want to hear more about what steps, maybe before we sign off, to get started and create your own token, Like, do they reach out to you?
Yeah, so if you click, there's an apply now button in the top right.
Mhm.
Fill that out, and we'll be in contact. But thank
Amazing.
you for saying that. I really do like it when people say that they're happy this was built and everything.
Absolutely, man. This is major. This is called taking ownership over your creative economy. You're doing something for creators that I think they needed, so I appreciate you. I thank you for coming on the show, Ashton, and we'll be linking up again soon, and can't wait to have you on the show again.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Thanks for everyone who was listening. It was really a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And I'm going to be posting this on my YouTube, on my Twitch, so like afterwards, like I'm going to publish this so everyone has access to it. And if you have a clip that you highlight, in here, I'll give you my community token. You'll get an airdrop of our community token. And if you go ahead and I'm going to create a bounty right now. If you go ahead and follow Ashton, what's your Twitter again?
I've heard people follow the Signed LLC on
Okay.
Twitter.
Okay, Signed LLC. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna create a bounty for our community. Ashton, we're able to create bounties, and so every time somebody follows you on Twitter, they're gonna earn 500 of our community token Aurum.
Awesome.
It's and then they use that community token to purchase prizes that our sponsors give us to vote in our DAO. I have wearables that I give out on the show. We have our own emote, our own dance move emote that you can do. So like, there's a lot of different things that we can use that token for from our community. So I hope that actually it'd be another cool thing for for the song as well. Like, there's a lot of things that we could make this song token and then set up a way for people to use that song token to decide on like different things in the music video that we make for it. Like, there's so many ways that that this technology that Signed.Trade has developed that could allow you to leverage this in so many different ways to give you a connection to your community. So make sure to go support Signed.Trade on Twitter. You will earn your 500 Aurum for doing so, and later down the line that's going to come in handy when we have some major sponsor prizes dropping in our store. You're going to want those. So thank you so much again, and I will be talking to you soon. We'll be seeing each other around the metaverse for sure.
Definitely. Thanks again, Kevin.
Appreciate you, man.
I can't wait to talk again.